What does being a maverick mean to me? I think it means, I have to think about this because like there's so many words rushing through my head.
I do like how Mavericks, it stands for like different and unique and kind of standing out.
For me, it was kind of taking an unconventional route and really taking advantage of what I want from my college experience and being able to go get it.
Freshmen need to see that face of a strong individual, like a leader that's a Mav.
Being a Maverick means helping one another.
I think it means being like inclusive.
Being a Maverick is just like being a part of the community.
I think of like my Hispanic community, I think of the queer community, I think of standing out, but also standing out together, if that makes sense.
We must ensure every student has an extraordinary experience and enjoys a true sense of belonging here.
I always thought that I belonged to Mercy, the beautiful campus, wonderful people. I feel peace when I come to Mercy.
Honestly, I think Mercy just had a special kind of aura to it.
I love the community. It's family, it's tight-knit, it's professors who are willing to help, it's understanding what your students are going through.
What I need for my college experience is very tailored to me and who I am, and I've been able to find that through the resources here at Mercy.
I always felt the support from my professors, my PAC mentor.
They gave me links to like scholarships, applications. They gave me options that I couldn't see by myself.
I wanted to go to a school that would accept me and know my name.
We listen to our students. We are creative and flexible in finding new ways to help them achieve their goals.
In every way, my Mercy education and my experience has been transformational. That was our founding mission.
Of this university, which is now forever my home, I'm very proud and honored to say I am Mercy Maverick.
And I'm a very proud Maverick today and will always be.
Today at Mercy, I am a very proud Maverick.
Being a Maverick to me means just being a person here at Mercy that does whatever they can to foster and build the community, make it safe, make it fun.
Feeling like a family, but also a family pushing you out into the world.
Because that's the whole point, right? You get your degree, you go on and work.
I'm super, super, super grateful for the connections that I've made here.
Mercy was one of the top schools in which I saw a good career path for myself.
Right now, given the challenges our nation faces, Mercy's approach to education is needed more than ever.
A lot of the students here are first gen, and I am as well, so being able to uplift one another, and you can see it in the atmosphere all over campus where everyone's a helping hand.
To help and become a better person for future generations, it gives me the motivation to just keep going and achieve my goals.
Mercy offers the opportunity and the pathway to prosperity and stability for those willing to invest in themselves and make the most of their experiences.
I got to meet all these amazing people. I've done all these great things. To say that I'm in college, I'm almost done, I'm almost at the finish line, is something that words can't describe.
I would consider Mercy as my home because we all one and we all a team.
I love the feeling of community at Mercy, and I look forward to continuing to build that culture in the coming months and years.
Mercy's still going to be here for you even after you're graduating, so I think that's really important.
I'm not necessarily closing the chapter on Mercy. I think we're just moving along together.
So being a Maverick for me is being able to shape yourself, but also shaping yourself to be a better person for the future.
gentlemen, welcome to the 90th commencement exercise of Mercy University for the School of Business and the School of Liberal Arts. I am Dr. Kristen Curry Greenwood, Provost and Senior Vice President for Academic Affairs. Our program today includes distinguished student and guest speakers and the conferral of degrees on our graduates. Will you please rise for the national anthem? Please join Lisa Martinez Tuck in singing our national anthem. Ms. Tuck?
Oh, say, can you see by the dawn's early light what so proudly we hailed at the twilight's last gleaming, whose broad stripes in bright stars through the perilous fight, oh, the ramparts we watch were so gallantly streaming, and the rocket red glare, the bombs bursting in air, gave proof through the night that our flag was still there. Oh, say does that star-spangled banner yet wave for the land of the free and the home of the brave.
Thank you, Ms. Tuck. Ladies and gentlemen, please be seated. For the enjoyment of all, we ask that the students and audience remain in your seats until the conclusion of the ceremony. It is now my distinct honor to introduce the 13th President of Mercy University, Dr. Susan L. Parrish. President Parrish.
Thank you, Provost Greenwood. Can we have another round of applause for Liza, our amazing anthem? Good morning, families and friends who have joined us today, to the trustees who are with us, my wonderful faculty and staff colleagues who are seated nearby, and most of all, good morning to the Mavericks who are graduating today. Woo! Let me tell you, you look gorgeous. What a day. Before we begin, let's express our gratitude to the people who have served in the armed forces. Whether you are active duty military, a veteran, or a reservist, please rise and let's recognize you for your service. Thank you for your service to our country. What a beautiful day for a graduation. I can't help but think a lot of us have been holding our breath quite a bit these days. What a fitting day to finally exhale. Now, class of 2025, let's spend a moment recognizing your people, the people who got you here. And I don't just mean academically. Families and friends, you have made sacrifices, financial ones, emotional ones, everyday ones, so that this day could happen. Some of you sat up at night wondering if the sacrifices would be worth it. They are. Look around. These are your students in cap and gown. Their graduation is your achievement too. So graduates, before we go any further, do me a favor. Stand up, turn around, find your people, and let's thank them. Thank you. None of our graduates would be here today without the families and friends who have supported them on this journey. So class of 2025, when I think about your journey, I can't help but admire your impeccable timing. You began college during a global pandemic. You embody perseverance and resilience. You navigated remote learning, you managed family responsibilities, you juggled jobs, and you endured months of financial aid uncertainty. You are here because you adapted, you kept going, and even better, you leaned into community and found ways to help each other traverse the unknown. Feminist writer and civil rights activist Audre Lorde once wrote, "Without community, there is no liberation. But community must not mean a shedding of our differences, nor the pathetic pretense that these differences do not exist." Basically, she meant that real progress isn't about pretending things are fine. Instead, it's about working together, especially through and across our differences. And that right there is the Mercy Way. This is who you are. You might think I would focus on what lessons Mercy instilled in you, but honestly, what matters just as much is what you have taught us. You've shown us what resilience looks like and what it means to build community and lead in the 2020s. Graduates, your accomplishments while you have been at Mercy are staggering. You developed strategic business plans, you wrote essays and poems and a novel, contended in the student entrepreneur competition, performed on stage, launched businesses, created digital media, thrived in internships, and contributed to the Red Hyacinth magazine and the Impact newspaper. You were student athletes, club leaders, and community volunteers. You brought your classroom learning to life, and you enriched our campuses for everyone. This graduating class includes so many inspiring stories. One of today's graduates faced homesickness and grief after losing her father. Through every challenge, she remained focused, and today she is among us as a summa cum laude graduate, earning a perfect 4.0 GPA. She is one of many and an inspiring testament to the resilience, brilliance, and boundless potential of Mercy students. One communication studies major became the first student to complete a minor in digital journalism, all while writing her own column for our student newspaper, The Impact. And another standout is a Mercy scholar. She didn't just find community here at Mercy or lead it, she found her purpose, a passion for historical research, and now her story will continue at Stony Brook University, where she's been accepted into the doctoral program in history. And I could go on and on. For those moving on to graduate school, new jobs, new adventures, or new cities, we can't wait to see what is next for you. Graduates, the world needs you. I won't pressure you and say you are our only hope, but I can tell you this, the future is brighter and more compassionate because you are entering the workforce or graduate school. You carry Mercy values of persistence and purpose with you, and that makes me enormously optimistic. So you're leaving us today, but we don't want you to be a stranger. You are part of the Maverick family now, and we are always here for you, for for advice, for encouragement, or just someone to remind you how far you've come. Our community will always show up. And I could talk for days about how wonderful you all are, but I'll end it here. Class of 2025, congratulations. You've earned every bit of celebration and joy today. Thank you.
Thank you, President Parrish. It is now my pleasure to introduce Mr. Simon Stephenson to offer the undergraduate student address on behalf of the School of Business, class of 2025.
Good morning, everyone. My name is Simon Stephenson, and I'm an international student from Denmark. I'll never forget the moment I stepped off the plane in the United States for the very first time. Just me, 2 suitcases, chasing a dream to combine athletics and academics. In those early days, I felt homesick. I questioned whether I belonged, and I wondered if I had made the right decision. While everyone back home stayed close to what they knew, I stepped far outside my comfort zone to challenge myself and grow in a completely new culture. At the time, I didn't have all the answers. Like many of you, I wasn't sure what would be best to do with my life. What am I passionate about? Do I even like business? And where do I fit in? Racing through the dorms, unforgettable trips, and even late-night study sessions, and for some of us, even winning a championship. These moments showed me that the journey was just as much about the friendships and memories as it was about the challenges. Being far away from home, I found stability in the strength of my teammates, my friends, and my professors. And here I was, playing college soccer and working hard in school, and to be honest, everything seemed to fall into place until it didn't. I tore my ACL, and just like that, the sport that had defined me for my entire life was gone, at least for a little while. But at first, I felt lost again. But this setback showed me something, or gave me something far more valuable than playing time: perspective. You see, I realized that life isn't a straight line. You will face challenges. You will feel lost. And no, you can't plan out the next 10 years of your life perfectly, although that would be pretty nice. However, I leaned into my studies, I found new passions, and I embraced opportunities. And I even worked for the Danish Ministry of Foreign Affairs in New York City. And looking back, I realized that growth rarely happens when everything goes according to plan. In fact, it happens when you're forced to adapt, rethink, and show up anyway. So, to my fellow graduates, if life surprises you, don't panic. I couldn't have imagined this day when I stepped off the plane years ago, but these detours got me here, and I know that they'll get you somewhere incredible too. So, as we leave here today, let's remember something Master Oogway once said in Kung Fu Panda. Yesterday's history, tomorrow's a mystery. Today's a gift, which is why we call it the present. Congratulations, class of 2025. We made it. Thank you.
Thank you, Mr. Stephenson. Congratulations. It is now my pleasure to introduce Ms. Corinne Cherie to offer the graduate student address on behalf of the School of Business, class of 2025.
Good morning, graduates, faculty, family, and friends. Today, I have the honor of articulating the journey and the experience of my fellow classmates as we reach this incredible milestone. While working to complete my master's program, I have been fortunate enough to also work full-time as an analyst for Bloomberg. Yes, that means spreadsheets by day, textbooks by night, and a social life squeezed in between, allegedly. Although balancing school and work was sometimes arduous, it was such a unique experience to know the workplace and to be able to learn at the same time. Our education really does have value beyond the classroom, and I am grateful for my experience that allowed me to see that firsthand. For anyone just starting your career, I hope this excites you and assures you that you are ready for the journey ahead. My journey to Mercy University actually began in high school when I was nominated to apply to Mercy's Summer Leadership Academy. Although I didn't know it at the time, that week I spent at the Dobbs Ferry campus would shape my academic and professional future. After graduating from my undergrad, I saw they had a business analytics program that would teach me necessary technical skills and had a large focus on business understanding, a concept I first learned at the Leadership Academy. I knew this was my next step and was so ecstatic they had such a flexible program that allowed me to start my career while continuing my education. I am grateful for the program that allowed me to obtain so much knowledge and expertise that I get to apply in my career, for my professors who were so helpful and flexible when it came to the workload they knew I had to manage, and for my classmates who always went above and beyond in the classroom and created such an amazing learning environment. We are a graduating class that has been through the aftermath of COVID, the rise of AI, and the midst of political tension. Some of us started our journey here remotely, navigating the adjustment back to in-person classes, and now may face uncertainty in the workplace. But if we've proven anything, it's that nothing can stand in the way of our success. So I know how resilient the class of 2025 is and will continue to be. As we leave here today, I encourage you all to never stop learning. Whether you are entering the workforce for the first time or shifting careers, I hope your zeal for knowledge never fades and your resilience carries you forward. Congratulations, class of 2025. The world is not just waiting for us, it needs us.
Thank you, Ms. Cherie. Congratulations. President Parrish will now preside at the conferral of the honorary degree for the School of Business. Assisting is Mercy University trustees, Mr. Gary Bernstein and Mr. Philip Grant.
President Parrish, it is my distinct honor to present Ms. Judith Watson for an honorary degree.
Judith M. Watson, you are a healthcare leader whose remarkable journey from Jamaican immigrant to CEO exemplifies the transformative power of service, dedication, and unwavering commitment to community health. Your path began at age 7 when you arrived in White Plains from Jamaica and took a significant turn when you answered the call to serve in the United States Army. Those formative years stationed on Ford Island in Hawaii and your subsequent 7 years in the Army Reserves, where you rose to the rank of Sergeant E5, instilled in you the discipline, work ethic, and dedication to service that have defined your professional life. For more than 3 decades, you have devoted your career to the Mount Vernon Neighborhood Health Center network, progressing through various nursing and leadership roles, from staff nurse to executive director of the Greenberg Health Center, from chief operating officer to your current position as chief executive officer. Throughout this journey, you have remained steadfast in your commitment to the health center's vital mission of providing accessible, high-quality health care to all members of the community, with particular attention to those who are most vulnerable and underserved. Your educational achievements, a Bachelor of Science in Nursing from Pace University and a Master of Public Health from New York Medical College, provided you with the knowledge and credentials to advance, but it is your compassionate leadership and visionary approach that have enabled you to transform healthcare delivery in your community. Under your guidance, the Greenberg Health Center has expanded its services, enhanced its quality of care, and strengthened its position as an essential community resource. Beyond your primary responsibilities, you have extended your influence by producing a public access television show, sharing your expertise as an adjunct professor, and serving on numerous voluntary boards. These efforts further demonstrate your commitment to health education, advocacy, and community empowerment. Your life story, from immigrant child to military service member to healthcare leader, serves as an inspiration to those who make a difference through careers in healthcare and public service. By virtue of the authority vested in me by the State of New York and the Board of Trustees of Mercy University, I confer upon you, Judith M. Watson, the degree of Doctor of Commercial Science. Ladies and gentlemen, please welcome Dr. Judith Watson to give the commencement address. Dr.
Thank you so much, President Parrish, and thank you so much, Mercy University, for making this day and this moment one of the top moments of the life of Judith Watson. Thank you, Mercy. Thank you. Okay, graduates, I know you're thinking now, how long will this keynote address go on? How long will she speak? My family, they're all here. They want to hear my name called. I promise you we're going to get through this, and we're going to get through it expeditiously. Is that all right? Yes? Okay. Good morning, President Parrish, Provost Greenwood, Dean Petra Kanami, Mercy trustees, esteemed faculty, honored guests, proud parents and loved ones, and to the most important people in the room, good morning, Mercy University School of Business, class of 2025. Good morning. Before I get started in my brief remarks, I'm going to ask you all to do me a favor. Is that all right? If you had an amazing experience at Mercy University and you feel prepared to go out into this world and take it by storm and lead us, I want you to stand up and thank these folks from Mercy University who provided you with this amazing education. Stand up and help me recognize them for providing you all with this amazing education. These are amazing folks. Thank you, graduates. All right. I want you all to know something, right? And that is that your path has been paved and your life is predestined. I want you all to know that. I hail to you from humble beginnings in the countryside of Jamaica, West Indies. All right, Jamaicans are in the house. Final resting place of the great Bob Marley. I was born in a house on a hill in a room in which my mother was born before me, with no electricity, no plumbing, an outhouse, having emerged into this world under kerosene lamp. I stand before you today living a humble life of service. I take great satisfaction in having served my country in the United States Army with immense pride and distinction. Thank you. Followed by the past 31 years as CEO of the Westchester Community Health Center, where we ensure that all among us, especially low-income residents, have access to quality, comprehensive health care and mental health services. Now let me be clear. This was not a life that I chose, but a life that had been laid out for me before I emerged into this world. Class of 2025, I want you to know that your path, too, has been paved. As a trained nurse, I had exceeded all expectations for myself. However, the path has led me to serve in a leadership capacity in which I have the privilege of serving my federally qualified health center and our over 300 employees, some of whom are here in the house today, and over 22,000 patients in a direction that ensures that no one in need of healthcare services is left behind and that our organization is sustained for generations to come. Let me tell you this. Only in these United States of America is it possible that I could stand here before you in this place on this day, surrounded by a mother and an aunt who raised this troubled young girl, in a room filled with some of the greatest, most thoughtful minds of our time, and will leave this graduation to change the world. The leadership that Mercy University has provided in President Parrish, Dean Victor, I don't want to screw his name up again, okay? And is one of brilliance coupled with great compassion, attributes necessary to navigate during turbulent and uncertain times such as those that we're experiencing right now. Their path, too, was predestined. I'm almost finished, so bear with me. Are you all still good here? Still good? All right. Class of 2029, you will forever remain one of the most, as the president said, you will remain one of the most consequential graduating classes in a lifetime. 100 years from now, the world will be asking, what happened to the class of 2025? Well, I can tell you that history dictates that you will always be the class that emerged out of one of the deadliest pandemics in the history of the world, and one of the first classes to graduate under this new world order. Unbeknownst to you, your path was laid out prior to your ascent into this world and has been paved for a lifetime. If you do not remember what is said here today, remember how you felt on this day, which was created especially for you and is yours to cherish forever. Bear with me for a little bit longer. Someone once told me, relationships are everything, opportunities everywhere, in all that we are and in all that we do. You will find them in brief interactions. There is no happenstance. My experience dictates that every single interaction, good and bad, has been meaningful. The most impactful of which have been those that were most challenging, whether it be completing basic training in the United States Army, overcoming or at least managing personal demons, accepting personal and professional failures, losses, or managing life when it simply becomes lifey. These experiences are predestined. Embrace them as they will come. And remember that most will never break you because each of you has an inner strength, as my mother once told me when I was in a very dark place. She's here today, Mom Doreen, I love you so much. In each of us lies an inner strength beneath the surface that is yours to tap into when and as needed. Please know that this strength will always carry you through tough times. Further, stand firm in a power that is greater than yourself, in which you will always find hope, purpose, forgiveness, peace, and joy. Now, I know you all are thinking, she said she wouldn't go on for long. I'm almost done. Class of 2025, what you have accomplished today is merely building the foundation on which the mosaic that is your life is built upon. The great Mahatma Gandhi said, the true measure of any society can be found in how it treats its most vulnerable members. With that serving as your North Star, as you leave here today, the assignment is simple. Find what you love, graduates, lean into it, give it your all, take others who look like you along with you along the way, and everything else will fall into place. Walk in integrity and transparency unapologetically. Consider what your legacy will be. Remember this, the truth has never been the enemy of a trusted leader, and so do not entertain fear ever on any level. As I have said, your life is predestined. Be certain that you are on the right side of history. Okay, 2 more quick paragraphs to go, is that all right? Just 2 more. Okay. Graduates, go forward to delivering solutions for success by utilizing the foundation which you have built here at Mercy and your own personal experiences as consumers. Align and embrace with AI in transforming the domestic and international business world. Become deep listeners in tune with what your clients, suppliers, and key stakeholders expect from their business partners, and remember to always provide a level of service you would expect as a customer, and in turn, create an environment based on effective communication, implicit trust, and continued success. And this is it now. You all are going to get rid of this speaker just shortly. Are you all ready for this? All right. I humbly accept this honorary Doctor of Commercial Service degree for every tear that has been shed, every soldier who has served this country, every person who is food insecure, every unhoused person, everyone who is unable to access physical and mental health care services, those who have died with or without remedy, every heart that is broken, every patient who has received services at Westchester Community Health Center, every staff member who has been employed, every member of my family, and on behalf of these 2025 graduates who will walk out of this room and into the world to make it a better place. Congratulations, class of 2025, and thank you.
Thank you, Dr. Watson. Congratulations again. It is my pleasure to introduce Ms. Bridget Gogliatino to offer the undergraduate student address on behalf of the School of Liberal Arts, class of 2025.
Good morning, fellow graduates, family, friends, and Mercy faculty. I would like to thank the School of Liberal Arts for giving me the opportunity to speak with you all today. I have always been fascinated by stories ever since I was young. This passion for reading is what led me to the English program here at Mercy. As an English major, stories have become an irremovable part of my life. I have spent the last 4 years reading and analyzing more stories than I can count. It only feels appropriate that I should share a story of my own with you today. In my junior year, I became a content editor for Mercy University's student literary magazine, The Red Hyacinth. I was overjoyed by this opportunity to review story submissions written by my fellow classmates. At first, I was confident that I would be able to complete this responsibility with ease, but an endless list of unread submissions continued to fill my inbox. The amount of work I had to complete was daunting. I stared at the submission folder on my computer. I took a deep breath. The only way that I knew I would be able to overcome my anxious feelings would be to get started. So I read one submission. Then 1 turned into 2, and 2 turned into 5, and by the end of the week, the folder was empty of unread submissions. This experience has taught me that although it may not feel like it, I am capable of doing hard things. And so are all of you. A challenge wouldn't be placed in front of you if you weren't capable of conquering it. As we step into the next chapter of our lives, let us remember that all you have to do is take one breath at a time, one step at a time, and one day at a time. I would like to thank the English faculty for their incredible mentorship, the honors program faculty for their motivation to challenge myself, and my loving family for their support. I wish you all the best of luck and congratulations, class of 2025.
Thank you, Ms. Gogliatino. Congratulations. It is now my pleasure to introduce Ms. Martina Vajorek to offer the graduate student address on behalf of the School of Liberal Arts, class of 2025.
Thank you, Provost Greenwood. Good morning, President Parrish, Mercy faculty, families, friends, and most of all, my fellow graduates. When I arrived in the United States from Poland on a student exchange program, I lived with a family that showed me that hard work, not privilege, shapes our destination. Here at Mercy, that lesson took on new life. In the data science program, I learned not only to write code and build models, but to turn raw numbers into stories. Stories that sometimes felt like late night horror movies full of bugs. But more than that, I discovered that data is everywhere around us. And when we use it well, we can make better decisions in healthcare, finance, literature, media studies, and beyond. I'm excited to take those skills into my next chapter, apply them after graduation, and create real, meaningful impact in the world. But I wouldn't have realized this without professors who guided, challenged, and believed in me through every Python script, statistical models, and late-night debugging sessions. Most importantly, they showed me that every challenge is an opportunity to grow, and that giving up is never an option. I wish I could say that the hardest part is behind us, but I would be lying. The truth is, life's challenges don't stop, but that's what makes life exciting. So trust the process and keep pushing your limits. As Socrates said, the wisest among us learn from every person and every experience. So dear graduates, let's move forward with open minds, listen, keep learning, and stay humble. Finally, thank you to my parents, my host family, my husband and his family for believing in me. I would also like to give special appreciation to my advisor, Professor Wang, and Professor Banavara, who guided me through my academic journey. Fellow graduates, our network is our greatest asset. Let's stay connected, support one another, and lift each other up. Class of 2025, good luck. Our adventure starts now.
Thank you, Ms. Vajorek. Congratulations. It is now my pleasure to introduce Ms. Adriana Flores, class of 2025 and president of the Student Government Association. Ms. Flores is graduating today with a Bachelor of Science in History from the School of Liberal Arts.
Good morning, Mercy University, class of 2025. It is truly an honor to stand before you today as a Mercy Scholar and a Student Government Association President. Our moment is a celebration of our achievements and a reflection of the journey that brought us here. I hold a quote close to my heart. I am my ancestors' wildest dreams. As we embark on this journey, this diploma symbolizes the hard work we put in, the countless late nights spent studying, and the determination that kept us going even when quitting felt like the easier option. It stands as a testament to our perseverance and achievement. Choosing Mercy wasn't just about picking a school, it was about choosing a future. No matter our path, we arrived here with determination. Mercy became a place that welcomed, challenged, and shaped us. I know this journey all too well. As a first-generation student, every step forward felt like breaking new ground. Our family sacrifices, long hours, and unwavering support are why I stand before you today. And I know I'm not the only one. Many of us carry the dreams of those who came before us. But what made Mercy special wasn't just the education, but the community. From the moment I walked onto campus, I wasn't just a student. I was part of something bigger. Professors who challenged us, classmates who uplifted us, and mentors who saw potential when we couldn't. In the School of Liberal Arts, I found my voice. The history department helped me find my passion for research, leading me to pursue a PhD in history at Stony Brook University this fall. I'm especially grateful, thank you. And I'm especially grateful to Dr. Wiesner and Dr. McLeod for their guidance and support through my time here at Mercy. Thank you to Rob Cornetta, Victoria Novielli, Alina Kush, and the whole history department, and President Parrish. My time here at Mercy wouldn't have been the same without you. And to my mother and stepfather, your sacrifices made this possible, and I wouldn't be here today without you. Te amo, gracias por todo. Esto es para ti. And to my fellow first-gen graduates, we're making history, and to the entire class of 2025, this is our moment. I am my ancestors' wildest dreams. Today, that's not just my truth, it's all of ours. Congratulations, class of 2025.
Thank you, Ms. Flores. President Parrish will now preside at the conferral of the honorary degree for the School of Liberal Arts. Assisting is Mercy University trustees, Dr. Valerie Mason Cunningham, and Chairman, Mr. Joseph Gantz.
Good morning, President Parrish. It is my distinct privilege and honor to present Mr. Julian Schlossberg to receive an honorary doctorate degree. Julian Schlossberg, you are a visionary producer and cultural custodian whose prolific career has shaped the landscape of American film, theater, and television for over 5 decades. From your early days at ABC Television, where you quickly rose from assistant to department head to founding Castle Hill Productions in 1978, you have demonstrated extraordinary business acumen, which is matched only by your passion for preserving and championing significant artistic works. Under your stewardship, Castle Hill distributed more than 500 classic and contemporary films, ensuring that masterpieces by cinematic legends like Elia Kazan, John Cassavetes, Orson Welles, and Federico Fellini continue to inspire and educate audiences worldwide. Your dedication to the arts extends beyond distribution to production, where you've served as a trusted representative for some of the most influential creative voices of our time. Your radio program, Movie Talk, provided a platform for countless film luminaries, including Jack Nicholson, Dustin Hoffman, and Warren Beatty. Many of your legendary guests rarely granted interviews, making Movie Talk an invaluable oral history of American cinema. As an educator, you have generously shared your expertise with students at institutions including New York University, UCLA, and Columbia University, and internationally at the Cannes Film Festival and in the People's Republic of China. Your course, The Business of Motion Pictures, brought industry titans directly to aspiring filmmakers, bridging the gap between artistic vision and commercial viability. Today, as you continue to document our cultural heritage through ambitious projects like Witnesses to the 20th Century and 100 Voices for 100 Years, you ensure that the stories and insights of influential figures will inform and inspire future generations. By virtue of the authority vested in me by the state of New York and the Board of Trustees of Mercy University, I confer upon you, and Mercy University is honored to present you, Julian Schlossberg, the degree of Doctor of Fine Arts, honoris causa, with all rights and privileges thereunto appertaining. Ladies and gentlemen, please welcome Dr. Julian Schlossberg to the podium.
Well, good morning. And let me begin by thanking President Susan Parrish and Kristen Greenwood, our wonderful provost, and Dean Peter West, and the Mercy trustees for giving me this great honor. The last time I received a diploma was from NYU in 1964. So it's obvious that every 61 years I'm going to get a degree. But it's you, not me, that I'm here to talk to about and congratulate. It's an honor and an achievement to be graduating a university, and you did it. And in many cases, against all odds, you may even be the first person in your family to have obtained this important goal. But let me assure you of something. Lots of people are going to come over to you and tell you this is the best time of your life. Well, it isn't. It isn't. When I was told those words, I thought, well, this can't be. I'm not a child anymore, but I'm certainly not an adult yet. I'm not sure what I'm going to do, where I'm going to go, where I'm going to work. It was a bit scary. Now, a bit scary can be okay. An old president, Franklin Roosevelt, once said, there's nothing to fear but fear itself. However, that is enough. But let me try to give you some advice from a man who's been on the planet about 8 decades. There are two major things in life that truly matter. One is the person you love and want to share your life with. And the second is the career you choose. You'll be spending the major part of your life working. Try and make sure it's something you want to do. Remember, it's only work if you don't want to do it. My mother graduated college at 19 years old. She skipped 2 grades. She was the last person anyone would call Mrs. Gump. But she passed on to me some pearls of wisdom. One was, don't judge people on what you would do yourself. The idea that you would never do that you can't believe that they did that, etc., it just won't work. Unless it's something horrendous. Try and adapt my 3 favorite words, they're very short, in the English language. Let it go. You see, invariably it's about our own ego. Unless it's monumental, try to move on and let it go. The second part of my mother's necklace was it's not what happens to you, it's how you handle it. We often see 2 people have the same misfortune. One handles it beautifully and the other falters. Take some time, give it some thought, and then act. It may require some thinking. Well, now it's time for some simple analyzing. In accounting, there's something called a balance sheet. On one side is filled with the assets, the other side the liabilities. My feeling is that on all our relationships, all of them, there's either more assets or more liabilities. Now, if there's more assets, hang in there with that relationship. If there are more liabilities, get the hell out. There's a famous novel called Of Human Bondage, and we all have either seen that or maybe even lived it. But if you're strong, you can apply simple accounting and then act. The Japanese have some interesting philosophies. One is an old proverb: we are all fools whether we dance or not, so we might as well dance. And simply put, since we're all fools, we can either watch the dance or we can do the dance. I vote for doing the dance. I recognize we're living in a high-tech world and the computer reigns and people are hooked on the internet. The Japanese have a term called forest bathing. Once again, simply put, enjoy nature. Visit a forest, smell the flowers, get away from the city even for a day, and try to put down your iPhones, your iPads, your Believe me, there's more to life than Google and Facebook and Instagram. Now, some of you have heard of the Beatles. They were the Taylor Swift of their time, and even today, still sell a huge amount of albums. The most reserved and introspective member of the Beatles was George Harrison. Here's what he said to a friend of mine: "We're the Beatles after all, aren't we? We have all the money you could ever dream of. We have all the fame you could ever wish for. But it isn't love. It isn't health. It isn't peace, is it?" Those are wise words. I'm often asked, how can I get a job in show business? Well, there's no answer to that. If there were, millions of people would take that road. The mailroom is where some of the most powerful people in show business began. Barry Diller, David Geffen, Mike Ovitz, to name a few. But in my opinion, if you want it bad enough, you can find a way. What's important is to never stop trying. So many people let go of the ledge. You have to be able to have the hide of a rhino and the tenacity of a bulldog. But believe me, there's no simple answer to that question. I'd like to tell you one story. Quick, I'll make it quick. I had produced and directed a documentary called Going Hollywood the 30s. It was received nicely. It made a small profit. And I decided, well, I'd like to go on. I'll do another one. I'll do Going Hollywood the 40s. And the film would show how World War II affected Hollywood and how Hollywood affected the war. I could not raise the money. Everywhere I went, I was met with the same thing. There's been so many movies about that subject, about that theme. But my answer was, but not my movie. So I have to tell you, all my career I've heard those famous words: "Oh, I'm sorry, it can't be done." Please remember, negativity is the enemy of creativity. If you believe it, if you have a passion for it, then it can be done. I borrowed money from friends. I put up my own money, not much. And I called in as many favors as I could to keep the costs down. To this day, it's the most financially successful of all my productions. So I've talked to you about the influences of my mother, the Japanese, George Harrison, but I want to leave you with what I consider something appropriate. And believe it or not, and it's hard for me to believe, it's from a commercial. Simply put, today is the first day of the rest of your life. Good luck. Thank you, and once again, congratulations.
Thank you, Dr. Schlossberg. Congratulations again. And now, graduates of the class of 2025, it is your turn. President Parrish will preside over the conferral of degrees. For the safety and comfort of all, we request that families and friends remain seated during the conferral of degrees. In the interest of time and safety, we also ask that students refrain from taking selfies and photos while crossing the stage. President Parrish, I have the distinct pleasure and privilege to present those students who have been certified by the registrar and my faculty colleagues as having completed all the requirements established by the state of New York for awarding the following degrees: Master of Business Administration, Master of Science, Bachelor of Science. At this time, I would like to invite Mr. Dean Victor Patenkamani, Dean for the School of Business, to call the candidates forward to receive their degrees. Dean Patenkamani.
Thank you, Dr. Greenwood. At this time, we will recognize the candidate for the Master of Business Administration and Master of Science degrees from the School of Business. Congratulations, graduates.
O.J. Patrick Ellis. Stanley Villa. Laurel Carrie-Ann Lorenzo. Aisha Hernandez. Damilare Olutola Sodeke, with distinction. Danielle A. Tyson.
With distinction.
Karen J. Hernandez, with distinction. Valeria Isabella Morales. Stella Lindsay Nicholas. Mara Victor. Amika Leanna Kira James.
With distinction.
Nurieta Bayrami, with distinction. Rosella Dominic Gamja, with distinction. Alta Gracia Jean, with distinction. Manda Rudolph Baloy. Ranjan Joseph. Afifa Ahmed Shah, with distinction. Sebastian Ashimir. Avia Williams. Lorena Lane Sherry, with distinction. Kenneth Yabo, with distinction. Wanda Estiel, with distinction. Genesis Pena, with distinction.
Christy Vaval, with distinction.
Brian Mark Brees, with distinction. Tanisha S. Dobson. Tatiana D. Leverage. Shane Lee Lashley. Britiana L'Oreal Francis, with distinction. Yavie Hodge. Galo Andres Chica. Ronnie Paul Delgado Zavala. Denise Zinnan. Elizabeth Tapia. Tanya Nayeli Melgar. Fabiane Carvalho, with distinction. Muso Genya. Sabrina Ray Fontana, with distinction. Emily Garcia. Rosalind Hernandez, with distinction. Brittany Darlene Jimenez Aguilar, with distinction. Victor Ariandi Rosado. Lorena Hernandez Javier. Kenia Aguilar. Ashley Ricciardi. Gloria Givantor. Patricia Lillian Tibbetts. Serena T. Stevenson, with distinction. Deshea Angel James, with distinction. Henry Barrios, with distinction. And Geralda Pierre Gian. Aaliyah Coward Turner. Laura Vega, with distinction. Tobias Rawson Paz, with distinction. Ibrahim Petova, with distinction. Francisco F. Tamay, with distinction. John George Gillespie. Idolka Cepeda. Dana Reinhardt Sager, with distinction. Esther Elise Harewood, with distinction. Erica Danielle Bright. Ariana Pineda, with distinction. Alexis Danielle Hickson, with distinction. Jacqueline Flores. Lynette Thomas Braggs, with distinction. Kiani Bennett. Jalina Kukuta. Marcus Green, with distinction. Giselle Lopez. Elijah Hunter. Evans Marcelin. Devon Emmanuel Bolden. Carmen Elizabeth Ordonez. Dominic Pardo. Leslie Vanessa Moncada, with distinction. Sonia Akhtar, with distinction. James Patrick Dixon. Yoskyra F. Marte, with distinction. Maritza Ilescas Jimenez, with distinction. Helen Caicedo, with distinction. Tori Jem Mitchell. Andrea Mercado. Kelsey Marissa Baptiste. LaVasia Perry. Jennifer Guayasaka, with distinction. Joel A. Olivo.
With distinction.
Sibgat Norain Hamid. Madeline Giselle Gonzalez. Kim Mendez. Dylan Michael Aldrich. Isabella Messina, summa cum laude.
Now we will recognize the candidate for the Bachelor of Science degree from the School of Business. Congratulations, graduates.
Kayla Saavedra, cum laude. Sean Dwayne Harris. Alicia Polanis, magna cum laude. Brianna Y. Lindsay, magna cum laude. Michael Chukwuebuka Anyakwo, cum laude. Amisha Verghese. Jermaine Larmont. Kwamir Sincere Floyd. Joseph Brandon Porter. Hasnan A. Ranja. Huggins Allen St. Ford, magna cum laude. Ariel A. Husbands. Marigona Rama, cum laude. Juan Manuel Encina Baez, cum laude. Juan Manuel Tamayo Garcia. Esteban Clavijo, magna cum laude. Carl W. Danticat. T.G. Ba. Ashley Christina Young.
Armani Estevez.
Jeremy Bueno. Diana Denise Cortez, cum laude. Sara Kula. Glevis Jogaza. Simon Yorkshire Stephenson, summa cum laude. Juanemi Campillo Casas, summa cum laude. Julian Kaido Holland, magna cum laude. Maxwell C. Mitchell. Paulina Ingeborg Rydberg, cum laude. Isabella Therese Sand, summa cum laude. Jada Marie Matos Vega, summa cum laude. Osatu Koulibaly. Erica Gomez. Tony Ann Esposito, summa cum laude. Kelly Conklin. Matthew Joseph Manzoello, cum laude. William Sullo, magna cum laude. Connor Edward Rulin, summa cum laude. Sabrina Pasoni Villasboa. Anna Maria Minio, summa cum laude. Margarita Luis Garcia. Emma Ixel Ayala. Thomas Louis, summa cum laude. Benet Krasniki. Luis Mejia Sanchez, summa cum laude. Kayla Leana Stevens, summa cum laude. Yeseli Maria Nunez Holguin. Taylor Burney, magna cum laude. Randy Feliz. Nathaniel Jalen Floyd, cum laude. Felipe A. Rodriguez, magna cum laude. Natasha Sagande, cum laude. Laura Mozarita, summa cum laude. Matthias Shilbrand Erickson, summa cum laude. Franco Acri, summa cum laude. Jorgen Krohn Pedersen, summa cum laude. Joey Valente dos Santos, magna cum laude. Xiao Ting Chen, magna cum laude. Juan Jose Alvarez Acosta, summa cum laude. Joaquin Gonzalez Mendoza, cum laude. Antonio Sass. Marco Dasso. Juan Ignacio Bernaccia. Alfred Baugh. Paulina Sofia Bialek, summa cum laude. Yesenia Isabel Gonzalez, summa cum laude. Jocelyn Dolores Ibarra. Brian Rudis. Jose Hernandez Ruano, cum laude. Elizabeth Gonzalez, magna cum laude. Brenda Borimi. James Anthony Malia. Artin Mekuli. Michael V. Lawrence. Ashley Marie Baches. Brett Shane Greco, magna cum laude. Shane Aiden Roach, summa cum laude. Daniel Fitzgerald, cum laude. Ian Matthew Boda, summa cum laude. Ryan Thomas Smith. Alandra Cruz, summa cum laude. Shalita Mackenzie Moody. Oluwafe Isayo Mary Adesina, summa cum laude. Kayla Isabella Zini, magna cum laude. Albion Tetai.
Angel Espinal.
Leslie Ashley Lopez, cum laude. Kimberly Morocho, cum laude. Janelli M. Miono, cum laude. Christopher Thomas Plaza. Matthew Oyervide. Justin Emmanuel Maldonado. Eric Alexander Perez, cum laude. Pavan S. Patel, cum laude. Victoria Rose Sepala. Allison Rose Bonfilio, cum laude. Deidre Van Lubany, summa cum laude. Sydney Allen Whitfield, magna cum laude. Nina Margarita Soriano, magna cum laude. Angela Lilia Sanchez, cum laude. Maria Balena, summa cum laude. Arlie Ramirez Benitez. Ellen Claudia Mede, cum laude. Mary Catherine Goldsmith, magna cum laude. Serena Luz Carrion. Adrian Corona Lopez, cum laude. Esmeralda Maritza Perez. Jacqueline Daniela Gregorio España, magna cum laude. Francelis Ovalles Jorge, cum laude. Nicori Ramirez, summa cum laude. Brianna Antonella Napoli, cum laude. Giovanna Guadalupe Quesada, cum laude. Jennifer Oseguera Morphy, magna cum laude. Daisy Teresa Sari. Natalia Nicole Lisboa, summa cum laude. Enrique Fumiaki Tamez Vasquez,
Cum laude.
Dan Walter Quezada Juanacio, cum laude. David Velasquez. Miguel Angel Carpio Arias, summa cum laude. Edison J. Ramon. Danny Elian Tenesaka. Mario Aguiar. Jalil Kamal Thomas. Melissa Abril Melendez Sanchez. Sashawn Acacia Nelson, cum laude. Yaneli Cabrera. Anira Cordero Sosa. Paula Teresa Guerre. Shazaib Naeem, summa cum laude. Daniel Brendan Atkins. Rashid Samuels, cum laude. David Victor. Joanna Estevez Chacon, summa cum laude. Blake Young, magna cum laude. Sheriff Khaled Abu Hatta. Karen V. Chimbo Pani. Megan Nicolette Ibarra, summa cum laude. Raul Coit, summa cum laude. Ariel Torres, summa cum laude. Michael Olusayo Ogunovo, magna cum laude. Nguyen Tai Sontran, cum laude. Taj R. Childs. Jason John Lo Cicero.
Magna cum laude.
Yelsi Cruz Pineda, cum laude. Rafael Rosa. Arland Enver Balida Mai, summa cum laude. Talia Janae Williams. Alexandra Valdovinos Lopez, magna cum laude. Haley Nicole Kennedy, summa cum laude. Andrew Samuel LaSala. Dairelis Y. Dios Lopez, cum laude. Lisbeth R. Vallejo. Elsie J. Rivera, magna cum laude. Michael Patrick Raccanello, summa cum laude. Jamie Michael Butler, cum laude. Dylan Dino Concepcion. Mallory Nicole Nunez. Jennifer A. Zinnen, cum laude. Bridget Barroso Nunez, magna cum laude. Kelly Marifer Upangui Mocha, cum laude. Christopher Antonio Mercado, magna cum laude. Janena De Faria, summa cum laude. Jessica Fajardo de Souza. Ligia Maselli, summa cum laude. Maimuna Diallo, summa cum laude. Anisa Iris London. Sydney Elizabeth Rodriguez, cum laude. Militon Fernando Ortega, magna cum laude. Luann Dianette Joseph, magna cum laude. Edison E. Regalado. Diana M. Luzon, cum laude. Judith Estelle Lenning. Olivia Rose Sia. David Aparicio. Anya Neve Doherty. Jennifer Cuevas, cum laude. Esmeralda Rodriguez, magna cum laude. Courtney Goldson Lawman. Rebecca Tijo, cum laude. Jada Kiara Williams, cum laude. Andrew Castillo, cum laude. Abrar Mohamed Hussein. Leandra Jolesa Small. Jory Francisco Perez.
At this time, we will recognize the candidates for the graduate degrees from the School of Liberal Arts. Congratulations, graduates.
Nelson Eli Orellana, with distinction. MD Mustafizur Rahman, with distinction. Debbie Follerin. Ruth Golo, with distinction. Justin Keith Moody, with distinction. Kripesh Acharya, with distinction. Jimmy Noriega, with distinction. Kevin Alexander Gonzalez. Adeline Milagro Martinez, with distinction. Manuel I. Coronel Jr.
With distinction.
Angelica Ines Puig, with distinction. Bobby Lynn Toscano, with distinction. Janae Spires, with distinction. Daniel Emilio Lantigua, with distinction. Gianfranco Cataldella, with distinction. Sky Anne-Marie Harper, with distinction. Genesis Correa, with distinction. Raymond Fortunato, with distinction. Salma Akhtar, with distinction. Henok Adi Salemayahu, with distinction. Kiara Shanice Campbell. Jennifer Ramirez. Justin Alexander Abraham, cum laude. Martina Viatore, with distinction.
It is my further pleasure to recognize the candidates for undergraduate degrees from the School of Liberal Arts. Congratulations, graduates.
Andrea Myring, Spanish. Justice Mickens, cum laude. Carmen Janet Hernandez Amaya.
Stefan Rumel Johnson.
Jalen Stefan Hanna, cum laude. Kendall J. Joshua. Samantha Grulon Hernandez, magna cum laude. Joseph James Rizzieri. Anjay McLeod. Liz Delgado, magna cum laude. Sophia Rose Cass, cum laude. Jessica Barbara Woods, summa cum laude. Alema Dombuya. Laura Mercedes Paulino, magna cum laude. Sandy Juliana Zuniga Sandoval. Amanda Lee Diaz. Nicole Baltazar, magna cum laude. Bree Feliciano. Niclaire Bice, cum laude. Lennar Albany Watson. Nicolas Julio Antonio Seguinon, cum laude. Lilandra Turu, magna cum laude. Leila Sarai Lopez Cayetano. McCoy Clinton Bennett. Jamari Wayne Stanley Moody, cum laude. Adriana Judith Flores, magna cum laude. Brigitte Gogliatino, summa cum laude. Winsell Jean Marie. Rodney Charles. Jariel Chung. Tyrick Shannon Timmons. Hannah E. Godbey, cum laude. Victoria Isabel Tandazo Molina, summa cum laude. Isabella Sebastos, magna cum laude. Lidia Peña. Cessia Sade Sargent. Nicholas Chad Roth. Joshua Abraham Verghese, cum laude. Blessed Matthew. Norberto Martinez, summa cum laude. Tiffany Santa, magna cum laude. Fanny R. Vargas, summa cum laude. Leslie Hernandez, cum laude. Johan Gregory Bueno, summa cum laude. Arlise Almengo, cum laude. Rosa Maria Ortega. Carol M. Grados, magna cum laude. Mackay Maurice Gale, magna cum laude. Travis James Camacho. Kelly Yeh. Emma Garcia Valdez. Quinn Iometzi Palafox, magna cum laude. Rosanna Hayes Traynor, magna cum laude. Skyla Davila, magna cum laude. Daniele M. Zurita Torres, magna cum laude. Regina A. Davis, cum laude. Sarah Castrati, summa cum laude. Brandon Cornwall. Jamie I. Rivas. Jonathan Thomas Nicole Rukai. Carlos Munoz. Nicolas Nino Piccirillo. Tashima T. Sparrow. Valeria Graciela Diaz. Jamie Tuminello. Gabriel Padilla, magna cum laude. Eric Ramos, magna cum laude. Arlie Inca Restrepo, cum laude. Christopher Torres. Joao Pedro Santos Jimenez, magna cum laude. Giovanni Julian Rodriguez. Haris Maksud. Nicholas Ruvo. Stacy Gill. Michael Paul Johnson, summa cum laude. Tahago Harhani. Adeshvir Singh Danoa, summa cum laude. Ariana Velasquez Barrios. Josue Locandro. Eric Lawrence Holman, cum laude. Shinji D. Tamez Vasquez, cum laude. Jack A. Kowalski. Avery Padagas, summa cum laude. Dylan Albert, Peter Dorkin. Javad Adarsh Rupchan, summa cum laude. Brittany Abina Afori. Rachel Palmer, cum laude. Cameron Kenneth Mundy, cum laude. Yolinda Kraiku, cum laude. Jasmine Sanchez, magna cum laude. Alejandro Jorge. John Anthony Mora. Jean Marie Welton, summa cum laude. Brian Martinez Fuentes, cum laude. Alfonso C. Araneta, magna cum laude. Khalida Jahida Hall, cum laude. Madison T. Flores, summa cum laude. Jada Sanaya Callens. Fanta Conte, cum laude. Wendy Carolina Quincy. Jason W. Culpepper, summa cum laude. Gifty Tom Matthew, summa cum laude. Evan Pence. Gaetano Raymond Penisi. Gabriel Ethan Soto Robinson, magna cum laude. Christian Flores, cum laude. Victor Andres Valle, cum laude. Qualin Elijah Gonzalez, magna cum laude. Esmael Zaitun Sumahoro. Ruth Yolanda Bello. Christina Rose Guerreri. Romeo Madeline Montague, cum laude. Mario Dylan Soto Sanchez, summa cum laude. Anyelaini Vizcaína Arao, magna cum laude. Leilani A. Vasquez Sanchez. Liliana Cespedes. Alyssa Maria Politi, summa cum laude. Josue R. Oliva. Jake Thomas Smith, magna cum laude. Thomas Elliott Mandel. Francesco Dennis Asaro. Jason Mock. Stephen Joshua Burney, magna cum laude. Mia Antindo. Brianna Nicotina, summa cum laude. Robert Michael Lilly. Fernando A. Argote, summa cum laude. Sherman Hunter Bartolomeo, cum laude. Eric Matthews Levinsky, cum laude. Christian Storvold Davidson, cum laude. Robert W. McPadden, magna cum laude. Timothy John Shields. Jackson Lily Chance Super. Harrison Eugene Coolidge. Jonathan D. Lentz. Andrew F. Bisson, cum laude. Melissa Alba. Jalen Rosa Rios. Peter Nicholas Murphy, magna cum laude. Ryan Andrew Resnick.
Congratulations to all of our graduates. Okay, graduates, I need you to stand up. You're not done yet. By virtue of the authority vested in me by the State of New York and the Mercy University Board of Trustees, I formally confer the appropriate degree upon all graduates who have successfully completed their course of study. It's your turn. Turn your tassels from right to left. Families, friends, colleagues, special guests, it is my honor to present the graduating class of 2025. Let's give it up for them. Woo! Congratulations, you have worked so hard to get to this moment. I wish you all joy as you celebrate and spend the next 3 months thanking your families, please, for their support. Congratulations.
Thank you, President Parrish. Graduates, you are now one of over 77,000 proud Mavericks who comprise our growing Mercy University alumni family. You will always be welcomed here. This concludes our ceremony. The audience is asked to remain in place until the platform party recessional is complete. Congratulations, members of the class of 2025, and best wishes for an enjoyable summer and rewarding future. Thank you.